Most people think Dollar Tree items are cheap throwaways, but what if I told you some of them actually last for years? Not months, years. And they cost just $1.25. Today, you'll see 9 Dollar Tree products that are shockingly durable, the kind you buy once and keep using forever. And number 1? It might be hiding in your kitchen drawer right now. Let's jump in. 9. Royal Norfolk Stoneware Bowls. You probably don't expect a $1.25 bowl from Dollar Tree to last more than a few months, right? But what if I told you this one has lasted 5 years, and counting, for families who actually use it every single day? We're talking microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and tough enough to survive years of spills, scrapes, and slammed cabinet doors. This isn't just a bowl. It's proof that sometimes the cheapest item on the shelf turns out to be the one that sticks around the longest. Now, let's talk about Amanda from Ohio. 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a kitchen that sees more action than a diner at breakfast rush. She picked up a Royal Norfolk bowl on a whim during a Dollar Tree run. That was back in 2019. Fast forward to today. Same bowl, still in rotation, still spotless, still unchipped. I thought it'd break in a month, she said. Now I kind of feel like it's invincible. It became her go-to, not because it was cheap, but because it never gave up. And that's the kicker. How many overpriced dishes have you tossed after one bad drop? Why are we spending $30 on sets that can't handle what a Dollar Tree bowl handles daily without flinching? It's time to rethink what lasting value really looks like. So let me ask you, what's in your cabinet right now that's truly built to last? Because if a $1.25 bowl can outlive your last 5 Amazon buys, what else have we been sleeping on? 8. Cooking concepts. Cutting board. Most people think a cheap cutting board is a throwaway item. Use it, abuse it, toss it when it warps. But here's the shocker. Dollar Tree's Cooking Concepts cutting board can last for years without bending, breaking, or giving up. We're talking real, long-term durability for $1.25. If you've ever been annoyed by warped plastic that slides around your counter like a hockey puck, this one flips the script. It stays flat. It holds up. And it just works, year after year. One guy shared that he bought 2 of these cutting boards back in 2019, thinking they'd break within months. Fast forward to today, they're still going strong. No cracks, no curling. And get this, he actually joked that they've outlasted his last relationship. That kind of comment doesn't come from hype. It comes from real-life use. These boards are in kitchens across the country right now, quietly doing their job, while other fancy ones have already hit the trash. Let's be honest. How many cutting boards have you had to replace because they warped, stained, or smelled weird after one use? And how much did you pay for them? Here's a cutting board that's not just holding up, it's winning the long game. And it costs less than your morning coffee. So ask yourself, are you buying products that serve you long-term? Or are you stuck in a cycle of rebuying the same junk over and over? This isn't just about saving money, it's about finally buying smarter. 7. Collapsible storage containers. Let's be real. When you grab storage bins at Dollar Tree, you're probably thinking, this'll do for now. But what if that quick fix turns into a 3-year solution that never lets you down? That's exactly what's happening with these collapsible storage containers. They're lightweight, they fold flat, and somehow they just keep holding up through moves, messes, and all-out life chaos. It's the kind of item you expect to replace, but never actually need to. One mom even called them her weekend warriors. Why? Because every year, like clockwork, they survive back-to-school madness. Piles of clothes, school supplies, shoes, you name it. 3 years in, same bins, same shape, still going strong. That's not luck, that's overlooked quality. You don't expect long-term organization from something that folds up like a t-shirt. But these do more than just contain clutter, they conquer it. Let's flip the script here. How much money have you wasted on storage bins that crack, collapse, or go out of shape after a season? These Dollar Tree containers quietly prove that dependable storage doesn't need to come from a $40 set on Amazon. If you're tired of clutter creeping back in, maybe it's time to trust the tool that actually lasts. Think about it. What else in your home can survive school years, garage messes, and holiday chaos without ever costing you more than $1 and change? If you're tired of wasting money on junk that breaks in months, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to Frugal Daily. We're not here to push fluff or hype. We bring you real finds that actually last from places you already shop, like Dollar Tree. Every week, We drop smart buys that stretch your money way further, and trust me, you won't believe how good item 3 is. It's sneaky, it's tough, and you've probably walked right past it without knowing what it's really worth. 6. Wire storage baskets. There's something oddly satisfying about a product that just works. No fuss, no frills, just pure function. That's exactly what Dollar Tree's wire storage baskets deliver. They're metal, stackable, and built to handle daily use without rusting, bending, or giving up. Whether you toss them in the fridge for drinks, under the sink for cleaning supplies, or in the pantry for snacks, they hold their shape and their purpose year after year. For $1.25, that's borderline unbelievable. One of our viewers wrote in saying she bought a few back in 2018 to organize her kitchen. Fast forward to today and guess what? They're still right where she left them. Sturdy, clean, and completely intact. They've outlived 3 apartments and 2 roommates, she joked. And it's not just her. These baskets have quietly become a staple in homes where clutter used to win the battle. If you've ever felt the frustration of flimsy plastic bins collapsing under pressure, this is your upgrade. Here's the real question. When's the last time you paid so little for something that's still helping you 5 years later? Most organizing solutions cost a fortune and fall apart in no time. They prove that simple can be strong and affordable can be forever. If you're tired of buying the same storage bins over and over, maybe it's time to try the one that's been holding up since 2018 and still going. 5. Birch plus vine woven baskets. Let's be honest. When you see a woven basket at Dollar Tree, your first thought probably isn't, "This'll last for years." But here's the shock these birch plus vine baskets do. Through kids dumping toys, pets knocking them over, and chaotic spring cleanings, they hold their shape, keep their color, and never fray. You expect them to be decorative clutter. Instead, they become dependable storage that actually lasts and still looks good doing it. What makes them different? They're not just for show. These baskets are sturdy, flexible, and surprisingly durable. They don't go soft and saggy over time. They don't start unraveling after a few months. And unlike those overpriced, eco-friendly bins at home stores, these get the job done without draining your wallet. One reviewer summed it up perfectly. "I use mine for mail, snacks, toiletries, even toys. Still looks like new." That's the kind of review you don't fake. It's earned. Think about the last time you bought storage that actually made it past 1 season. Can it survive pets, kids, clutter, or did you end up tossing it and buying again? These Dollar Tree baskets prove you don't need to spend $20 to get something that holds up. And that's not just surprising. It's the kind of value that changes how you shop permanently. 4. Acrylic bottle holders. This one's the quiet powerhouse of Dollar Tree. The kind of item you almost overlook until you realize it's doing everything right. These acrylic bottle holders may seem basic, but they're made from thick, clear material that rivals the organizers you see in high-end home stores. They don't crack. They don't cloud. And they don't quit. Whether you're using them in the fridge for water bottles or under the sink for sprays and soaps, they lock an order where chaos used to live. One college student shared that his survived 2 apartment moves and an entire year in a cramped dorm, where stuff constantly gets dropped, banged, or tossed around. If it can survive that, he said, it can survive anything. And he's not wrong. These aren't flimsy bins that snap the first time you overload them. They're shockingly tough, surprisingly sleek, and endlessly useful. You get organization that looks clean and lasts years, for less than a couple bucks. Now ask yourself, how many times have you overpaid for some fancy-looking container that broke in a week? Or worse, didn't fit anything properly? This Dollar Tree find is the definition of low-cost, high-impact. And the best part, you can get 3 or 4 of them for what one brand-name version would cost. It's the kind of under-the-radar win that smart shoppers live for. 3. Diamond tumbler, Starbucks style. You've seen this one before, maybe in the checkout line, maybe on a friend's counter. That 20-nose faceted tumbler that looks like it belongs in a Starbucks merch drop? Yeah, it's not 20 bucks. It's from Dollar Tree, and it's only worth 25 irons. But here's what's really wild. It doesn't crack, it doesn't fade, and it definitely doesn't leak. For a lot of people, this tumbler became their daily go-to. Not because it's cheap, but because it actually lasts. The screw-on lid? Secure. The built-in straw? Convenient. The textured grip? Sleek and practical. One shopper said she's been using hers for over 2 years, through road trips, workouts, and even being dropped more times than she can count. and it still looks brand new. You know that moment when you realize you've been overpaying for years without questioning it? This is that moment. This tumbler makes people stop and say, wait, why was I spending $20 for the same thing? So let's cut to the chase. If you're still buying overpriced reusable cups just for a logo, it might be time to snap out of it. This Dollar Tree gem proves that style and durability don't have to come with a ridiculous price tag. And once you try it, odds are, you'll be grabbing a second one just because you can. All right, we're down to the final two. And number 2, it might just be the baking hack you didn't know you needed. 2. Aluminum muffin pans. Let's be honest. When you see a baking pan at Dollar Tree, you're probably thinking, okay, this'll last for one batch, maybe 2. But these aluminum muffin pans? They flip that idea on its head. They're lightweight, sure, but flimsy? Not even close. These pans bake evenly, clean up fast, and somehow keep their shape through years of weekly baking. They're not just holding up, they're outperforming some pans that cost 5 times more. One dad even shared that he's been using the same Dollar Tree muffin pan in his toaster oven for over a year. Weekly muffins. No warping. No bending. Still looks brand new. He said, "It's the only pan in the house I never have to replace." That kind of consistency from a pan that costs less than your coffee, that's not just impressive. It's a total game changer for home bakers trying to save money without sacrificing quality. So here's the question. How many non-stick pans have you bought, only to toss them once they burn, warp, or peel? What if the best pan in your kitchen came from a Dollar Tree shelf and outperformed the fancy brands gathering dust in your cabinet? These muffin pans prove that durability doesn't have to come in a shiny box. Sometimes, the strongest kitchen tools are also the most surprising. And honestly, they might just become the only ones you actually trust. 1. Glassware and vintage tumblers. This is the kind of Dollar Tree find you don't realize is special until 10 years later when it's still sitting in your cabinet looking brand new. We're talking about mugs, tumblers, and those vintage-style glasses that feel like they belong in a retro diner. But here's the twist. They last. Like actually last. No chips. No fading. One drop and you brace for the sound of shattered glass. But somehow, they bounce back like nothing happened. That's not luck. That's quietly brilliant design. People all over the country are saying the same thing. I bought these glasses on a whim. Now they're the only ones I trust. One woman wrote that her entire family still uses a full set of Dollar Tree tumblers she picked up over a decade ago. Through dinner parties, accidents, moves, and kids, they're still going strong. And we're not just talking about durability, they look good too. Classic, clean, and timeless. The kind of glasses that blend into any kitchen and never go out of style. Now ask yourself, how many glasses have you broken just unloading the dishwasher? Or from one tiny slip? And how much have you spent replacing them over the years? These Dollar Tree glassware finds prove that real toughness doesn't have to come with a luxury price tag. In fact, sometimes the strongest, most dependable item in your kitchen is the one that costs less than a bag of chips. That's not just surprising, that's the magic of buying smart. Now tell me, what's one item from Dollar Tree that's outlived your expectations? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. And if you're into smart buys like this, don't miss our next video. 11 Walmart items that last for years. Same mission, different store, and number 2 on that list might already be in your house. Tap it now. I'll see you there.